Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted a video for a while, so I thought I'd try a quick cooking session from an Australian salmon that I caught in one of my last videos. It's probably around the 50 to 60 centimeter mark, the big salmon, and just going to show you how to make up a Sri Lankan curry. So here we go. The salmon cutlets, so they've been cut up, scaled, cleaned, they're all ready to go. And over here we've got about 2 to 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil in the pan. So what we do first is just fry off the fish. Before you fry off the fish, just need to dry them off, just get all the moisture out of them. That's what my wife's doing here. Just dry them off, and into the pan they go. So what we do here is just sort of seal them. Just quickly get the oil to a really hot temperature and just drop each of the cutlets in there just quickly to seal them. So a little bit on each side. Don't need to cook them as such, we're just touching it and go. Oil, as you can hear, nice and hot. We're just putting each of the cutlets in quickly. They'll just be on the pan for probably no more than about a minute each. Or a minute on each side at least, and then we'll move on to the next step. The most important part in the Sri Lankan curry, we've got 2 cloves of garlic, just sliced up, 1 small onion, which is also ready to go in the pan shortly, and just 1 leaf of curry leaves, or 1 branch of curry leaves. That'll all go in the pan just to get the spice mix right. As you can hear, there are all the cutlets going in there, and they're just being quickly touched, browned off, and then they'll be taken out of the pan in a minute. So just a minute or 2 on each side, and then flip them over. We're not cooking them through, just sort of a quick browning on each side. One important point before you put anything into the pan is once you've cleaned them, cut them into cutlets, just make sure you take all the fins off. They're no good to eat, of course, and in the curry they become a bit harder to take out, so take all that off and then turn them in the pan on the oil. Alright, so once they're a little bit on the brown side, then we can start to take them out and just keep them on a bowl on the side. And brown, like I said, 2 to 3 minutes maximum. Take them out and just put them in a bowl on the side there. Then we move on to the next step, which is starting the spices off. We'll get all of them out and we'll get the spices in. Okay, so you might ask why we are browning off the fish or cooking it in this way before we even start making the curry. Reason being is if you just fry them off like this, they hold shape a bit better, so they don't start falling apart in the curry when they really start to cook through. Also, we've just taken out some of the oil from the pan. We're probably going to need about a tablespoon by the end of it for this next bit. Don't want to make it too unhealthy, so we chuck in first the curry leaves, the onions. They go in first, just brown them off a bit. Give them a little bit of a stir as you go. Okay, once you separate all the onion apart, then you've probably stirred it enough. And then the next step is putting in those 2 cloves of garlic. Alright, so that's all the spices in there now, for now. You just stir them a bit until they get brown. You can really smell the garlic coming out now. Just opening up a bit. Now, the secret ingredient. Larich curry mix. You can get crab curry, you can get fish curry, prawn curry. There's various flavours, but they're all doing about the same job. You can get these from your local Asian grocery stores. The Indian Asian grocery stores always carry something along these lines. So you get the bottle and you chuck in about 2 to 3 spoons, tablespoons that is, just straight into the pan. Never have too much stirring. So there's 1 dollop, or 1 very heaped tablespoon. And go in for a bit more. Alright. So you're roughly 2 and a bit tablespoons. I'll stick that in the middle. Some people say this is cheating a bit. But hey, this is a lot easier, makes the job a bit quicker and still tastes delicious. So stir it around. Okay, so the next secret ingredient, beautiful coconut milk. This coconut milk is actually from Sri Lanka, funnily enough. 400 mils of it is going to go straight into the pan. Now we've already taken it out of the can, so it's sitting here in a glass, so that's going in next. Look at that. And that's going to be the base of your curry. Now you'll need to add a little bit of water here and there if necessary. Just to get the right consistency for the curry that you want with your fish. Just getting all that coconut milk out of the glass at the minute. So just heat that up a bit and then we're back to adding the fish in. That'll allow all the spices to get through this coconut milk, and then we'll, as I say, put those delicious salmon cutlets back in. Crab curry mix, or we call it crab curry paste. There's some instructions on the front there, so that'll help you as well. A couple of extra tips. We always go a little bit more just for that extra flavour. Something to look out for is probably don't put any extra salt in unless you really like your fish curries to be salty. These mixes are quite salted already. So there you have it. The curry. Some people call it curry sauce, is all coming together here. So you just stir that around, get that nice and hot. And then you're pretty much going to simmer and cook your fish in that delicious curry. And here they come. Now while they're sitting in this in the curry, probably going to have to flip it a couple of times, just to make sure you're cooking it all the way through. But other than that, you're almost done. Now a couple of little tips. You want to make sure that you've got a fairly large flat sort of pan like this one, just so you can kind of have all of the cutlets there sitting flat, and you can just keep sort of basting them like this to get all that beautiful flavour through the fish. Now a lot of people reckon Australian salmon don't taste so good, but to be honest, if you make a curry, that flavour is going to go all the way through that flesh, and it is delicious. Just on steamed rice, or with a bit of bread on the side, bread and butter is always nice. A crusty bun, can't go past it. Now while you're basting, you just want to let this sort of simmer and cook a bit, probably 10 to 12 minutes all up, so probably 6 minutes on each side, but no more than that. You don't want to overcook it, that's for sure. As we know, salmon's a little bit less oily than most fish, almost not oily, so you don't want to get it dried out too much. But we're almost done. Look at that, it's coming together deliciously. Nice and simple dish to make as well, as you can tell. Like I said, probably maximum 15 to 20 minutes to prepare once you've got the cutlets done. Cleaning fish is never that quick, but as long as you've got the fish cleaned and gutted and made into cutlets, you're ready to go. So 15 to 20 minutes and you're done. At this point you start to realise why we did that quick sort of fry off at the start, just to seal it and make it a bit solid, because when you try to turn them at this point, if you haven't done that, the fish will start to break up, and even at this point you still might break a couple of pieces. So you're just trying to keep all those cutlets together. There we have it, the finished product. Gets a bit of a deeper curry look to it, deeper brown colour. Now the biggest tip is curry always tastes better the day after. So let that sit in the fridge for a day or a night, and then it'll be delicious the following day. That's all for now. See ya.